are going to see particle theory and 3 topics. First we can see particle theory. Particle theory. What is matter? Matter is like having a fixed volume, fixed shape. It has a fixed mass and it occupies space, etc. Then we can explain matter by particle theory. There are solid, liquid, gas. There are three matters. First we can see solid by explaining particle theory. Solid. First we can see solid by explaining using particle theory. Solid has a rigid shape. Like if the solid is a square shape, it will be like this. It won't change like triangle and etc. And those particles, the solid's particle will be so near, so close, touching together. This is the particle of solid. This is the sample how these particles of solid will be arranged. It will be in a fixed shape. It occupies space like that. All the particles will be so close, and all the particles will be tightly packed. Next we can see liquid. Liquid is like it's not regular row arrangement. It will be like this. Like it won't be so rigid or it won't be so closed. It takes sometimes it will be the particles will be little away, and sometimes the particle will meet each other. Sometimes the particle will meet each other. Next we can see gas. And this is not that, it's like normal. I can't tell that it's so free, and I can't tell that it's so tightly packed. It will be packed as a normal thing. That's fine. This gas is packed so far. Like this. The particles will be so away from the particles, and sometimes only it will be meeting. Sometimes, not full time, sometimes only it may meet. of state. In changing its state, solid becomes liquid, liquid becomes gas, gas becomes liquid, and liquid becomes solid. We can go by this way. First, we can see how solid changes to liquid. The process of solid changes to liquid is melting. Next, we can see liquid to gas. Liquid to gas means boiling. Next, we can see gas to liquid. Can tell condensation. And next, liquid to solid. Freezing. I'll tell those a small example. For example, we can tell milk. Sometimes the milk will be frozen, and frozen milk will be melted after some time because it's a liquid constant. That's why it's same as water. You can tell water also. When we are keeping when we are freezing the water, after sometimes the water won't be seen as solid. It will be convert into liquid. Then that process is called melting. Next, liquid to gas. When we are boiling it, many liquids will be transferred those vapors. Vapors is a gas, and if we kept the plate on it, then those liquid gas vapors will be at the plate as a gas, and it reaches in some when we are so boiling, then it will becomes liquid. This can be like used in many things like cooking and all. You can see this is boiling. This will make us gas, and makes those gas will be converted into liquid, and those drops will be coming into that same. You may all see, if we are taking those plates suddenly, many of the gas will be charged us, or it will be spread into. Then you can observe that in the plate many of the liquid constants will be. That is called boiling and condensation. Next, after liquid to solid, then this is also opposite. This too is also opposite. Solid to liquid and liquid to gas. Solid. If you are melting, freezing. If you are having a melted ice cream, for freezing it, we may keep it in the refrigerator, and it will also be become solid. That is also a good example for it. Then we have seen four process: melting, boiling, condensation, freezing. I think you may see those processes in your cooking. because this process may take the place in cooking mostly. Next we can see diffusion. Diffusion. This diffusion happens as in tea because if the tea bag will be covered with many tea powders, and when we are keeping the tea bag on the in a hot water, those tea taste will be applied in hot water. That is a example of diffusion. And next we can see what is diffusion. Diffusion means mixing two things, like mixing, like for example, we can draw a cup full of water and adding some food color. I am adding, like for example, I am adding food color. Okay, I am adding food color. Next, after 1 hour or after some minutes, we may see that water will be as a blue. This process because of diffusion. Because of diffusion. Let me explain. Then the particles inside color, because color is also a liquid, right? That's why it also have a small colored particle. When we pour those particles, then after some time those particles will be mixed to the water particles. Then we can see, oh, this is our colored water, like that. Then we can see this is the result. I will show the experiment at the end of the video. Next, we have seen this one and liquid diffusion. Next, we can see diffusion in gas. And the liquid part is lightly free, right? That's why only liquid particle easily mixed by under colored particles. Next we can see diffusion in gas. This is a can of a jar, gas jar. This is colored gas as an example of bromine gas, because its color will be like yellow brownish color. Brown color. And this is simple gas like oxygen, for example. Oxygen, no color is added to that gas. After they have mingled that gas, then this color is spread out in oxygen, non-colored gas also. Then the same concept in diffusion, but we have done it gas, but we can't do at home because it will be available in labs and water, the full bromine gas will be formed and mixed with oxygen. This is also an example of diffusion in gas. Like for example, we don't know to classify those air we breathe. There are many gases around us. We can't classify this is this gas because we can't see those gases, but we can feel. This is a concept of diffusion. Okay, next we can see the experiment of diffusion in water. This is we need a food color and a cup of water. I have took normal water. If you have hot and cold water, you can test those also. And I have a stopwatch. First, we should on and put the drop at same time. Put 3 drops and it's just a normal water. This is all the food colors have been dissolved. I have just put 3 drops and the timer. This is the experiment for dissolving of water. If you can try with hot water and cold water and normal water, you can observe those diffusion. If you tried, comment in comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.